Welcome back. I put my phone in the freezer because that was in time. The phone was in timeout. That was probably not a good idea. Now there's a lot of condensation. I probably fucked up my phone. Well, I was reading the news. It says, former Venezuelan oil minister is arrested in connection with corruption probe. Venezuela's once powerful oil minister who resigned unexpectedly last year during a corruption probe at the top ranks of the state-run crude industry has been arrested, the government said Tuesday. The former oil Caesar is being investigated over an alleged scheme through which hundreds of millions of dollars in oil proceeds seemingly disappeared. Uh-oh. That's all it says. So let's see. Famous generals betray Trump at Supreme Court. That's probably funny. 19 retired generals and former top civilian defense officials have submitted a brief to the U.S. Supreme Court opposing former President Donald Trump's request for immunity from prosecution. It's so funny. They argue that granting such immunity would pose a significant threat to Supreme Court. Significant threat to national security. Hold on. Opposing former Donald Trump's request for immunity from prosecution. They argue that granting such immunity would pose a significant threat to national security. The Supreme Court is scheduled to deliberate on Trump's claim of presidential immunity on April 25th, according to the Gateway. Ew, he's so ugly. This decision, anticipated by analysts to arrive possibly by late June, holds substantial implications for the timeline of special counsel Jack Smith's case against Trump, potentially delaying the trial until after the 2024 election. Fuck, that's what I wanted to know. Trump's legal team had urged the Supreme Court to halt the immunity decision related to Jack Smith's January 6th case in Washington, D.C., after a federal appeals court influenced by appointees of Joe Biden rejected Trump's immunity claim. The D.C. Circuit Court of... You act like that's bad. It is. Compromising Judge Flores Pan and Michelle Childs, both Biden's appointees. And George W. Bush's appointees stressed the importance of allowing the prosecution to proceed, citing public interest in government structure. Trump's lawyers contend that a former president is shielded from federal prosecution for actions performed while in office, a stance challenged by the recent appeals court decision. A group of retired military officers, including former four-star generals and past secretaries of military branches, briefed with the Supreme Court, cautioning against accepting Trump's claims of immunity for official acts. The brief, signed by officials spanning Democratic and Republican administrations, warns of potential threats to national security and democratic principles should Trump's legal argument prevail. That's all. I'm not reading any more news.